Hi, this is a foreigner in the Philippines. We're going to try to give you some idea of the projects that we've been doing and the money that we've taken in and how that's been dispersed. A very, very simple account is that we took money in, first of all, to help the church in Abai. We took money in that was specified for that, and we gave to Abai. Beth out all the figures and all of that, and she'll be doing it down to the centavo, but I just want to give you a general overview that if a donor very kindly donates but wants it to go to a specific project, like Joshua and Tammy wanted Bibles. They wanted us to get Bibles, and they gave us $50. So we got Bibles. Now, Desiree has had quite a number of definite, specific donations which are for her, even down to a $10 donation to get her rice. Well, we've done all of that, and all of the money that is designated for a person or a project goes to that person or a project. The complicated reckoning that Beth is doing here, even I didn't understand. So that's the basic rule is if you're doing a donation and you want it to go to a person or a place or a project, that's what you stipulate. And if you do that, that's what we do. We follow your wishes specifically and to the letter. That's what we've done up to now. What the basic idea is that the money that we've taken for Desiree's house was to build the house, with the understanding that anything that was left over from the house money would go to the next house, the next project, which is the paralyzed man's family. So any money that's left over from the house has gone there. But if as people did, they wanted certain amounts of money that they sent to go to Desiree herself. So obviously those went to her. And you will have seen the video that we actually handed over a 2,000 peso bag of rice, which had been part donated and specified by, was it Connie?
Yeah,
Connie.
She donated $10.
Yeah, she wanted.
But we buy a whole sack.
Yeah, and what we did was we took some money out of the total that Desiree had left over, and we bought a complete bag of rice. So that was the idea, and what was left over was 11,000 pesos, and that's what we handed over on the video, which you will have seen by now.
Yeah.
Everything else is very straightforward, but if you have a head for figures like mine, then what Beth is going to tell you might be less than clear. I just wanted to clear it in very simple terms. So, Beth,
yeah,
go ahead, blind me with figures.
Yeah, so the all who donated in Ubay,
Ubay is the little church with a singing congregation.
The one with church in Ubay. The one who donated is Ashley, Rory, Sir Joshua, Tammy, and Sir Napoleon. So we got the total donations of 29,847.20 pesos, less the amount of Bibles that we bought. The amount of that is 4,720. So less of that. So we only handed them 25,127.20 pesos.
Plus the Bibles.
Yeah, less the Bibles because we bought 4,720 of that. You know.
So the money is less the Bibles, but the gift was plus the Bibles.
Yeah, plus the Bibles.
Okay. All right.
So, and then the total of Desiree's house project, we come up to the total donations that we gathered
Specifically for the house.
For the house only.
Right.
For the specific house is 53,858.14 pesos. And then the cost of the house of Desiree, including the lever and everything, is 37,066 pesos. So if you less the total amount of 53,858.14 less 37,066 pesos, we have the remaining amount in our hand, 16,792.14 pesos.
0.14 pesos.
Yeah,
okay.
which will be going to the next project.
Which will be going to the Paralyzed Man.
Yeah, Paralyzed Man's house. So aside from that, there are some donations specific for Desiree's medical conditions, you know, and other some
or
food
whatever she
or
wants
whatever.
to use it for.
So there is the donations of 11,000 plus the rice itself, the one sack of rice.
Now the reason that she got 11,000 plus a sack of rice was that Connie specifically wanted $10 to go to the rice, and that's not enough to buy a sack of rice. So we took some of the money that was in cash for Desiree and we put it to the $10, and we bought a full sack of rice.
Yeah.
And that's what we delivered. That's what you hear Desiree saying, it's too much, it's too much.
Yeah.
And you hear me saying, nobody ever says it's too much to anything.
So just in case, just for the house project, you know, just the first name and some initial, okay? So just for the house project, thanks to Sir Alex, Sir Chris who donated 2 times, Sir Mario, Robert, Noel, Sir Noel who donated 2 times, David, James, and Sir Joshua and Manuel. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And for the medical aspects of Desiree and all her whatever she wants to do for that money, Sir Noel who donated again, Ma'am Connie for the rice, and Sir Dewey and RF the initial. Thank you very much for your donations for Desiree.
And that has gone specifically to Desiree, which you saw on the video. We handed over the 11,000. We didn't physically hand over the sack of rice because I could neither lift it nor could Desiree have accepted it. So the sack of rice is actually there in the doorway, and that's what you saw loaded onto the back of that very kind neighbour's motorcycle. So that's pretty well what we've done,
and also
and what we're doing.
Yeah, and also for the next project, for Manong Rado's pump well.
For Manarado's pump.
Thank you, Sir Aitan, and
Yes.
to also who donate for the paralyzed mans in advance. Sir Joshua, thank you very much, and to Sir Mario who gave a gift to Brother Timio.
Joshua and Tammy.
Thank you.
Yes, and we also have to.
And to also who donated to us specific. Thank you for the help. It helps for our gasoline.
Yes, it helps. It helps for us.
Yeah.
We're not sailing around in a Rolls Royce, just so that you know.
Thank you.
Although somebody did comment about the road and say that we were driving around in a fancy truck. I'm not sure whether he saw a fancy truck, but anyway, that's okay.
Yeah,
but anyway,
and also for Sir Jan, who also donated some money for Nanay's Nanay's comfort room. Thank you.
That's right. Yeah. So we've got two extra projects that are going on here, which are already funded, very kindly, and Nana wants to say thank you, and she probably will in her own way on another on something else. But we also should thank Alex for the wonderful gift of a camera, which if anybody ever gives anything which helps us to do our job, and this is our job, we're always very grateful for that. If anybody has any brilliant ideas of how we can boost the signal up here at our house, that would save us a great deal, because we wouldn't have to go to Taliban to upload all of our videos. Our method of increasing our subscriptions has been to just turn out as many quality videos as we can, which chronicle ordinary life in the Philippines, and that's been our aim all, and that's what we've done, and that's what we continue to do. Yesterday we uploaded only one. Why did I ever start on this? Didn't we upload 15?
The other day.
That was the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
So our miserable record yesterday was just one. And
because we're going to Desiree for the rides.
That's because we had to do the thing with Desiree.
And we also inquire about the pump.
Right. So apart from Nanai's comfort room, we've also got from Ethan, with his permission, we put that to that's smaller to us, and as for the amount of $100, but here it means an enormous amount, because that money will buy a pump, which for the well that Manorado needs, and he has special needs. In fact, he has a special needs child, which he's struggling to take care of himself with help from his stepchildren, and we felt that he really was deserving. All of our projects are done on the basis of need. They're not done on the basis of family or friends or religion. They're done on the basis of need, and we choose to do that. If ever, as in the case of Nanay and her comfort room, and the Manorado and his pump, if there's ever any doubt in my mind about whether this will be acceptable to a donor, as in the case of Ethan, we sent him a message and said, this is what we want to do with this money. Your $100 will create an enormous benefit to this man who is struggling and having a very difficult time. Can we put this money to a pump for the well? And he wrote back and said, you can do whatever you feel is the right thing to do. So we thank you for that. And that's how we will be operating from now. And that's what we want everybody to know. You can know anything that you want to know. You can always private message me on Facebook. You can go to Facebook. If you want to know anything about anything that we've done prior to coming onto YouTube, it's all there. For the last 2.5, almost 3 years, we've been chronicling our lives in an open, honest way, and you can see all of our successes and failures on Facebook. All of the step-by-step, right from putting in the first post for our house, it's all there. So you can find it, and that was before we ever had the real notion of going to YouTube and raising money as we have done. And it's enabled us to raise money so much more easily, and for people to be able to contribute to what they feel is a special project for them.
Yeah.
And you're hitting me on the knee, so
No,
that means I should be stopping talking.
No, it's not.
What?
So it's gonna be too long for the sinking.
Too long for sinking.
Yeah, so to all who subscribe us, to all who comment, to all who give us a thumbs up, thank you very much. To all who donated the Ubay Church, and to Desiree, to Nanay's, to Manorado, to my brother Timio, and for the next projects that we're going to make, the Paralyzed Man's House, and to all who donated, who also send gifts to us from the bottom of our heart. Thank you very much for the trust. Yeah, and to all who subscribe, to all who views our videos and not subscribe, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up.
And if you're a Filipino working abroad, an OFW, that would mean something to a Filipino. You can help enormously just by sharing to your friends.
Yeah, and
because what we're trying to do is bring you news of home, ordinary life, all things that you will recognize from your childhood or from your life here in the Philippines. Plus, if you want something specific, we will happily do a video on that.
Yeah.
So please share and help us to gain more subscriptions, which will help us enormously.
Yeah, which will help also for us to continue what we're doing. Yeah.
Right.
So, have a good day, God bless, and thank you very much.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.